Have you ever noticed recurring patterns in your life guiding your choices beyond logical explanation? This is the subtle thread of spiritual intelligence weaving through the experiences of certain women, a sensitivity that allows them to perceive what often remains invisible to others. Carl Jung observed that the female psyche in particular can carry an innate attunement to energies, rhythms, and archetypal forces that shape human interactions. These women are not merely aware of the tangible, they sense the undercurrents of emotion, intention, and the unseen structure of events. Spiritual intelligence is not a label of superiority, but a lens through which life unfolds differently. It manifests as intuition, heightened empathy, and an almost instinctive grasp of patterns in relationships and personal growth. However, this gift comes with its shadows. Women with this sensitivity frequently encounter tension, feeling the weight of unseen dynamics in decisions, relationships, and life paths. Their choices are guided less by conventional logic and more by inner knowing, creating both extraordinary insight and moments of profound uncertainty. As we embark on this exploration, consider how your own experiences may have reflected these invisible patterns. Notice the moments where intuition, rather than reason, guided you toward decisions or relationships that shaped your journey. This chapter sets the stage for understanding how spiritual intelligence operates as both a compass and a mirror, illuminating not only the world around you, but the hidden contours of your own psyche. Building upon the awareness introduced in Chapter 1, we now explore how women with spiritual intelligence perceive subtle patterns, both within themselves and in the lives of others. These patterns often emerge as recurring themes in relationships, career paths, or family dynamics, threads that are invisible to those guided solely by logic. Jung suggested that such recognition is not mere coincidence, but an attunement to archetypal energies and the unconscious currents that shape our experiences. Symbolic stories serve as a lens through which these patterns can be observed. For instance, a woman may notice repeated conflicts in her partnerships or recurring challenges in her professional life, pointing to lessons yet to be fully integrated. Each repetition offers insight into underlying beliefs, unresolved emotions, or inherited family dynamics that influence behavior. Self-observation and mindfulness become essential tools in this process. By pausing to notice reactions, emotional triggers, and unconscious habits, one cultivates clarity and a deeper understanding of personal patterns. Reflective questions guide this exploration. Which behaviors do you unconsciously repeat? Which emotions consistently surface in similar circumstances? Through conscious awareness, these invisible patterns reveal themselves not as limitations, but as gateways to freedom, empowering women to make intentional choices aligned with their true essence and spiritual growth. As women deepen their awareness of invisible patterns, intuition naturally emerges as a vital compass. For those with heightened spiritual intelligence, intuition is not a vague feeling, but a precise, embodied knowledge that guides perception and decision-making. Jung recognized this inner guidance as an expression of the unconscious mind, communicating directly with conscious awareness, often bypassing rational analysis. Spiritual neuroscience supports this, revealing that the body frequently responds to stimuli before the conscious mind fully registers them. A subtle shift in energy, a fleeting sense of discomfort, or an inexplicable pull toward a particular choice often precedes cognitive recognition. These bodily signals act as early indicators, offering clarity on opportunities, risks, and alignment with one's higher purpose. Practical examples illustrate this phenomenon. A woman might intuitively sense a colleague's unreliability before tangible evidence emerges, or feel an inner nudge to pursue a creative project that later transforms her life. By trusting these signals, she aligns with both her personal growth and the universe's guiding currents, avoiding decisions rooted solely in fear or external expectations. Reflective prompts invite introspection. How often have you sensed something before your mind could explain it? What decisions in your life were shaped by subtle signals your body or intuition offered? Recognizing and honoring this guidance fosters empowered choices, helping women navigate life with confidence, authenticity, and a deep attunement to their spiritual essence. As intuition guides decision-making, it often intersects with inherited emotional patterns, subtle currents shaped by family dynamics, cultural expectations, and ancestral experiences. Women with spiritual intelligence frequently sense these undercurrents, noticing emotional reactions that seem disproportionate or unexplained. Jung referred to this as the collective unconscious, a reservoir of experiences and archetypes passed through generations, subtly influencing behavior and perception. Modern epigenetics and Bruce Lipton's research illuminate how such predispositions are not merely psychological but biological. Emotional traumas, limiting beliefs, and patterns of response can leave imprints on cellular memory, affecting how women perceive love, success, self-worth, and relational dynamics. A seemingly minor trigger can echo unresolved ancestral pain, revealing the layers of inherited programming. Practical reflection encourages conscious observation. Which reactions are truly yours, and which are echoes of prior generations? Which choices arise from authentic desire, and which are shaped by family or societal conditioning? Reflective prompt: what pains have you carried from previous generations, and how do they shape your life today? By cultivating awareness of these inherited patterns, women gain clarity and the power to break cycles, choosing responses aligned with authenticity rather than repetition. Emotional consciousness becomes a tool for liberation, allowing inherited legacies to inform growth rather than dictate destiny. Building on the awareness of inherited emotional patterns, we encounter the duality of sensitivity inherent in women with spiritual intelligence. This sensitivity manifests as a profound capacity for empathy, intuition, and insight into invisible patterns, yet it also exposes them to emotional overwhelm, energy depletion, and susceptibility to external pressures. In relationships, this duality can create both deep connection and subtle tension. Women may intuitively sense unspoken needs or emotional states of others, yet feel their own boundaries blurred, absorbing energies that are not their own. Similarly, in decision-making, sensitivity can guide toward alignment with higher purpose, while untempered, it can trigger indecision or anxiety. Practical strategies focus on cultivating balance, grounding exercises, conscious breathing, and visualizations that harmonize mind, body, and soul. By establishing energetic and emotional boundaries, sensitivity transforms from a source of vulnerability into a tool for empowerment. Reflection prompts encourage self-inquiry. How can your sensitivity be a tool for empowerment rather than vulnerability? Awareness and intentional practice allow spiritually intelligent women to honor their emotional depth without being consumed by it. Sensitivity, once balanced, becomes a guiding compass, enabling clarity, discernment, and authentic engagement with life and relationships. Following the exploration of sensitivity, we turn to the concept of vibrational energy and its influence on life. Spiritually intelligent women emit subtle frequencies that interact continuously with their surroundings, shaping relationships, opportunities, and experiences. These energetic patterns, though often invisible, act as magnets that attract circumstances aligned with one's inner truth and repel those that do not. Applied principles from quantum physics and the law of attraction demonstrate that energy is not abstract. It communicates with the universe, creating resonances that guide events and connections. For instance, when a woman maintains clarity, emotional balance, and inner alignment, she naturally draws experiences and people that reflect this coherence. Conversely, unresolved emotional turbulence or misaligned beliefs can attract dissonance, obstacles, or repeated relational challenges. Metaphors bring this dynamic to life. Energy functions like a radio frequency, tuning life to channels that match one's vibration. Awareness of this subtle influence becomes a tool for discernment, offering insight into why certain situations feel harmonious while others feel draining or misaligned. Reflection prompts viewers to self-inquire. Do you notice when something doesn't resonate with your frequency? How do you respond? Understanding vibrational energy empowers women to intentionally cultivate states of alignment, ensuring that their life's path resonates with authenticity, coherence, and the subtle currents of spiritual intelligence. Building upon the understanding of vibrational energy, we now explore how spiritually intelligent women recognize authentic love and connections. Their heightened perception allows them to sense subtle truths in relationships, distinguishing between genuine intimacy and interactions influenced by projection, unmet needs, or inherited social conditioning. Drawing on Jung's concepts of anima and animus, the chapter explains how unconscious projections often shape romantic experiences. Women with spiritual intelligence may attract partners who mirror unresolved patterns, offering lessons rather than fulfillment. Awareness of this dynamic is key to avoiding cycles of disappointment and embracing relationships that truly resonate with one's soul. Symbolic stories illustrate how authentic connections feel expansive, supportive, and aligned with one's core values, while illusory relationships may appear intense but ultimately limit growth or cause subtle erosion of self. By observing their own emotional responses and discerning underlying motivations, women learn to identify when a connection mirrors truth versus when it serves old wounds or societal expectations. Reflection invites viewers to introspect. Do you connect with someone for who they truly are or for what you need them to be? Through this inquiry, women cultivate discernment, aligning themselves with partnerships that honor integrity, depth, and mutual spiritual resonance. Understanding and practicing this discernment is a crucial step in navigating life with conscious intention, allowing the energy cultivated in previous chapters to manifest in genuine, supportive, and deeply fulfilling relationships. After learning to discern authentic connections, spiritually intelligent women often recognize the need to recalibrate their inner landscape. This chapter emphasizes internal alignment as the foundation for conscious living and meaningful relationships. Through practices such as self-observation, meditation, conscious breathing, and creative visualization, women can release inherited patterns, limiting beliefs, and emotional residues that obscure their inner truth. Scientific and spiritual insights illustrate the process. Greg Braden's research on heart-brain coherence shows that when the heart and mind align, intuitive perception strengthens, opportunities are recognized with clarity, and energy previously trapped in old conditioning is liberated. This coherence allows women to respond consciously rather than react habitually, ensuring that choices reflect deeper alignment rather than external expectation or fear. Practical examples highlight how small daily practices can gradually reshape energetic patterns. A simple visualization of emotional release or a mindful reflection at the start of the day can shift frequency, opening pathways to more harmonious interactions and self-expression. Reflection prompts viewers. What still needs to be released within you to live according to your inner truth? By engaging in this self-recalibration, women not only align with their highest potential, but also prepare to receive and sustain authentic connections. Inner harmony becomes a magnet, naturally attracting experiences and relationships that resonate with spiritual integrity and personal evolution. Having recalibrated their inner landscape, spiritually intelligent women often encounter the profound necessity of surrender. This chapter introduces detachment and surrender as conscious spiritual tools, not signs of passivity, but as expressions of trust in the timing of the universe. It emphasizes that resisting or forcing outcomes can distort the alignment cultivated through self-recalibration, whereas allowing life to unfold creates space for authentic experiences and connections to emerge naturally. Metaphors illustrate surrender as flowing with a river, resisting its current causes, friction, but trusting its course reveals hidden paths and opportunities. Visualization exercises encourage women to feel completeness within themselves, imagining a radiant inner center that attracts situations and people in harmony with their vibrational frequency. These practices cultivate patience, equanimity, and confidence in the natural unfolding of life, reinforcing the understanding that true love and connection arise when internal alignment is already present. Reflection prompts viewers. Can you trust that life will bring what your soul needs at the right moment? By integrating detachment and surrender into daily practice, women strengthen their ability to witness life without attachment, honor their inner guidance, and allow the universe to deliver relationships and experiences in perfect resonance with their spiritual intelligence. This final preparation primes them to recognize and embrace genuine love when it appears, completing the arc from awareness to alignment. After exploring the layers of spiritual intelligence, detachment, and vibrational alignment, this final chapter offers practical guidance for daily integration. Spiritually intelligent women are invited to translate insight into action through simple practices that harmonize mind, body, and soul. Drawing on Joe Dispenza's principles of neuroplasticity, exercises focus on reshaping habitual thought patterns and emotional reactions. Through Neville Goddard's creative imagination, women are guided to visualize desired outcomes in alignment with their authentic selves, recognizing that perception shapes reality. Tom Campbell's concepts of quantum consciousness emphasize that even subtle shifts in awareness ripple outward, influencing relationships and experiences. Daily reflections encourage journaling about recurring patterns, emotional triggers, and synchronicities, helping women convert hidden patterns into conscious tools for growth. Micro-practices such as mindful breathing, meditation, or heart-centered visualization reinforce coherence between intuition, feeling, and action. These rituals strengthen the capacity to remain present, trust inner guidance, and act from a place of alignment rather than reaction. The chapter concludes by reframing past struggles. Perceived mistakes, frustrations, or inherited patterns were not punishments but preparation for authentic living. Reflection prompts viewers